cabinets, drywall,
You guys ready?
baseboards.
Good evening. Good evening. I'd like to call to order this public hearing for the adoption of the 2025-26 budget. Item 1.6, public comments. The public hearing is held to receive comments from the public on the 2025-26 budget. There are no comments. All right. Item 1.3, adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay. Item 2.1, call to order for the business meeting of the Cave Creek Unified School District. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item 2.3, roll call. All members of the board are present. However, members Moore and Fortney are connected telephonically. And members of the cabinet present are Dr. Pletnick, Dr. Hendrickson, and of course, Mr. Dolezal. Item 2.4, formal adoption of the agenda. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any amendments? Okay. All in favor, say aye.
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 President Greer, maybe, let me just suggest that we may want to do a roll call or just at least call on them specifically so it's not
Okay.
moving forward.
We can do that. All right. 2.5, President's Report. I have none. So I will now go to 2.6, board comments.
Just wanted to say I appreciate all the work that's going on to run our summer camps. My children have been enjoying that, so thank you to all involved running those. And you know, it's a lot of work to the volunteers that are doing that and staff that are doing that. So kudos to everybody for keeping that running this summer to keep our kids active.
Jackie, any comments?
No comments.
Member Moore, do you have any comments?
Greetings from Japan, and summer, all the activities going on, the teachers doing the moves. Hats off to everybody moving fast during this frivolous time of reorganizing the district. And then thank you to Mr. Dolezal. I got to meet with him and discuss the 81 or 82 people interested in the capital raise committee that will be kicking off next month. I'm so very excited for that.
Very good. Member Fortney, do you have any comments?
No, I have nothing there.
Okay. Item 2.7, Superintendent's Report.
Good evening, President Greer, members of the board. Following up on your comments, I just wanted to give an update that this summer our students have had many opportunities, and not only our students, actually anyone from the community, and we do have other outside students, children coming in participating, have had many opportunities to continue their learning, make new friends, and have fun in our ECS programs. We have hosted students in the Kids Club day camps at Black Mountain every day, where students rotate between stations with arts and crafts, physical exercise, games, snacks, and fun. We also hosted students in shorter enrichment camps where they have attended classes for yoga, dance, theater, basketball, soccer, Spanish, art, reading, math, STEM, robotics, and so much more. Our middle school students will be participating in programs to help support their transition to the next grade, where they get a chance to become familiar with their schedule and location of classes while learning important skills such as planning their day, setting goals, putting problems into perspectives, coupled with a healthy dose of math and reading enrichment. Lastly, we've also had our high school students either making up some courses or taking credit to get ahead in their studies. So that's what's been going on over the summer, and that concludes my superintendent report.
Okay. No presentations. Item 4, action consent. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Member Moore, what is your vote on action consent? Hello.
I'm good to go.
Brianna?
Aye.
Jeff, your vote on action consent?
Aye.
I'm an aye.
Aye.
Okay.
President Greer, with your most recent action, it is my pleasure to introduce our new Transportation Department Director, Mrs. Merritt Jennings. Merritt comes to us in Cave Creek by way of Kansas City, Kansas, with over 22 years in the transportation industry. She started as a driver in 2003 and throughout the years has worked as a monitor, dispatcher, router, business support supervisor, and most recently as a safety and training supervisor. She has also been a CDL examiner and has even created her own training company in 2021 to assist others in obtaining their Class B license. She is currently in school obtaining her MBA in strategic leadership, where she will graduate in the fall of 2026. Merritt's daughter and her husband live back in Wichita, Kansas, and Merritt currently lives in North Phoenix with her husband of 9 years and their 3 cats. When not working, she's usually completing school assignments, but when she finds free time, she enjoys exploring the many sites and areas in and around Phoenix. Please join me in welcoming our new Transportation Director, Merritt Jennings.
Welcome aboard. Item 5.1, call to the public. We have none. Okay. Item 6.1, approval of district budget for the 2025-26 school year, presented by Dr. Pletnick.
President Greer, board members, we move that the governing board adopt the district budget for the 2025-2026 school year as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Any comments?
I just had one real quick, if I could ask Dr. Clinton one thing.
Go ahead.
Hey, there was the recent article about the federal government withholding $6.2 billion that are going to some underserved students like ELL students and others. Is that going to have any impact on our budget at all?
Member Fortney, yes, it will have an impact on our budget. So what we're looking at is we are in let's call it a freeze of the federal funds currently. So it will impact any Title IV dollars, Title III, Title II dollars that we do have, and it impacts other districts with their Title I-C, but our 2, 3, and 4 would be what we're looking at. Right now we are in a land of flux, so we don't know exactly if we're going to receive the funding, if it's going to be cut, how it's going to play out. Luckily, I guess luckily, but not, we don't receive as much in Title I funds as some of the other districts just because of our population. So we do have room right now that we can maneuver and look at other funds. So if funding is cut for some reason, we will be able to absorb the impact of those federal funds.
And Member Fortney, I know there's a webinar the CFO from the state is going to be doing shortly, so we'll attend that. Also, some latest information is rumors and rumblings are that we're expecting a class action lawsuit to unfreeze those funds. Money appropriated by Congress. There can be a freeze, but then there's a 45-day limit where Congress would have to actually vote to extend that. And that. So there's some different things in the works, but we're confident we can weather the storm until the freeze is over, or what comes of it until we have a final answer.
Okay, thank you.
Do we know roughly how much that is? How much that would impact us if it happens?
With the recent overall title funding, what we're looking at is, our overall title funding would be approximately $400,000-500,000. But again, if Title I-A isn't frozen, that would be the majority of our funding. So we're looking at what could be about $100,000, I would say, in total funding between 2, 3, and 4. And now, the one part of some of that title funding is we don't receive all of that funding as well, just because that is where we do share that with other charter schools or private schools within our district. So that part of the funding, it is a small amount, but again, so that reduces the amount as well.
Okay. Anybody else? We're going to vote Member Moore, what is your vote for the budget?
I'm sorry, what was that one more time?
Member Moore, what is your vote?
Yes or no?
Your vote for the
Yes.
budget?
Okay.
Aye.
Thank you.
Jeff, your vote?
I'm an aye.
Was that an aye?
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Item 7.1, authorization to exceed M&O budgeted subsections for 2025-26, presented by Dr. Pletnick.
President Greer, governing board members, we move that the governing board approve the authorization to exceed subsections of the 2025-2026 maintenance and operation budget without exceeding the statutory budget limit in accordance with ARS 15-905 as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Is there any questions, comments?
Nope.
Okay, then we will vote. Member Moore, your vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Jeff?
Aye.
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 Okay. Item 7.2, resolution requesting approval from the Arizona Department of Education and the School Facilities Oversight Board for CCUSD campuses, presented by Dr. Pletnick.
President Greer and governing board members, we move that the governing board approve the resolution as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any questions, comments?
This is just the alignment that was proposed in the last board meeting, making it official to the state, is that correct?
Member Moore, yes, this is the official document. The SFOB, the school board's facility, will be meeting in August, and this is the document that will just finalize what our schools with the SFD will appear as within their system. So what you'll note on this is that every school, every building in the district has to be on this document. So it's required that we do designate every building within the district.
Okay.
Right, and the manner in which it's being utilized keeps it funded in SFD, correct?
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
And I said the way that it's categorized ensures all of the buildings qualify for SFD, correct?
All of the buildings qualify.
Okay, oh, I hear what you're saying. Okay, so yes, so what we're looking at is the way SFD qualification will work within their system. All of these buildings would be placed within, for example, Black Mountain K5 and so forth. Again, what will go in, and as we utilize the campuses, as students are on the campuses and utilizing the buildings on the campuses, it will be marked as that students are in those particular buildings. Therefore, it would qualify for the SFD coverage.
But buildings that are not occupied or being used by students may not.
Correct, and what we see is the breakdown of the Cave Creek Learning Center, and if you look at that, which is district office, not all buildings are utilized for students, some is for administration, therefore that's why we have to differentiate those particular buildings. The interesting thing about the SFD system is when you go in there, you actually mark building by building what is used. It's not room by room. Their system doesn't have that capability. So if we have students in the lower level of Horseshoe Trails and not the upper level, it still would mark that building as being occupied.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, we will vote now. Member Moore, your vote.
Aye.
Aye. Jeff, your vote.
Aye.
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 Okay. Item 8.1, upcoming calendar events presented by Mr. Dolezal.
President Greer, members of the board, important dates coming up as school is getting underway. It's an exciting time. So school offices for elementary And middle school officially open on July 14th. New teachers report on July 21st. Returning teachers report on July 28th. Please mark that 28th on your calendar for a district kickoff that we'd love you to be at. Sonoran Trails, July 29th, July 30th, and July 31st are their trail days. Cactus Shadows Ready, Set, Fly is on July 31st as well. Black Mountain Back to School Night, July 31st. Desert Willow Back to School Night, July 31st, and Horseshoe Trails Back to School Night, July 31st. And then one of the most exciting days of the school year, first day of school with kids, is August 4th.
Okay, got a lot coming up. Item 9, adjournment. Is there a motion?
So moved.
So moved.
Okay, is there a vote? Member Moore, your vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Jeff? Your vote
I don't know, I want to hang around for a while.
to adjourn.
Can you just say aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we are adjourned and it's 6:17.